Here's the old way of working. This is the normal insights place that a business finds itself in. The siloed enterprise where you've got audiences, people who are doing different jobs, who are interfacing with systems. Those systems, everything from customer analytics, BI analytics, AI analytics, new systems like robotic process automation and business applications, chatbots, portals, websites. And then down below you've got your information services. And information services is everything from databases through to unstructured, search, content management, all that stuff. And the thing about the siloed enterprise is every time the meaning of all the data is implicit in the links between the business apps and their own data. So you end up with nowhere to go, one place to go, for both data and metadata. The second thing I want to draw your attention to is there is a confluence of technical innovation which is driving change. And this is a once in 30-year type of thing, right? So we lived with relational databases for 30 years. Before that, we had hierarchical databases in COBOL, relational databases in SQL, and a whole load of great analytics. But there are three things that are occurring that make this world more interesting and offers us a new way of working. The first is the open link data. So, you've all probably know about it through the things like geonames and DBpedia and all those stuff. But those are the obvious ones. But there is a massive resource, particularly if you're in pharmaceuticals or in medical, for the open link data, which is free shared data, communities of practice who contribute to it, right? Which allows us not to have to go and rewrite lists of things like currencies or countries or locations. No one should have to be maintaining that anymore. It's all open. The second is semantic AI, which is smart logic, right? Which is a whole way of processing text-based data, right? To come out with high-quality, trustable, high-veracity data. And the third one is graph databases. They've been around a while, right? But actually we're now seeing, because these other areas have come into the fore, the concept of a post-relational database, a new way of working with data, is very powerful. Sometimes people, if you combine it with knowledge, they call it a knowledge graph, but often it's just called NoSQL databases or triple stores or whatever. But it's those three together, which is the innovation that is driving what our customers are calling 10-10 projects. Compared to the old way of working, which was get out a data mart, do some ETL, ask your users what extra columns or questions you need to ask. If you take and adopt these technologies in their entirety, you get a 10-10 project, 10% of the time, 10% of the cost, compared to the old way of working. Right? And what is it that causes that? Is it coming up? We've now taken all those, oops, oh, it is working now, look, great, I obviously have to be here. We've now taken all those links, all those individual links, and we've given the architecture, the enterprise architecture, one place to go so that all the systems applications and all the information systems have a place to go for the meanings, the concepts, and the relationships, which can all be harmonized and regularized and authorized in one place. And this, therefore, means that your addressable enterprise metadata and data is in context, and it's using this graph, knowledge graph. Okay. So that's what our customers are typically installing, not necessarily across the enterprise to start with, often in a department or as a start, and then seeing the value of these sorts of 10-10 projects and adding silos into it, so that in the end, you've got the enterprise with one place to go for all their meanings, relationships, and concepts.